Another day, another drama in the F1 family. After Ricciardo has agreed to buy out terms with McLaren, it seems like finding a starting spot for 2023 has been an enormous challenge for the 8-time race winner. Although many have perceived him as a wanted asset and everybody believed that he'll sign a contract in no time, it seems like teams are looking away from his services. The 2 bad years in McLaren have hurt his reputation so badly that the only place available as of now is the reserve driver spot in Mercedes and the starting spot in Haas or Williams. But the latter teams aren't willing to commit to Ricciardo that easily, and that topic has been discussed yet again by Steiner, who had some juicy words to say towards the Aussie. On top of that, Ricciardo also spoke about his future and gave us further insight as to what are his plans. Want to know what these hotheads said? Stick around with us until the end of this video. After the buyout agreement with McLaren, everybody thought that a comeback is going to happen, as Ricciardo would sign yet again with Alpine, formerly known as Renault. This is the team in which Ricciardo has scored a couple of podiums in 2020, and this is the team that Ricciardo finished P5 in 2020. However, it seems like Alpine isn't willing to commit once again to the Aussie, as he'll likely have to look for a spot somewhere else. The first team that was opened up as an option was Haas, and amid all of the speculations, Steiner has spoken and has taken the first jab towards Ricciardo, as he said, "Everyone thinks now Danny is available. We have to take Daniel. Maybe we don't want Daniel? Why do you think he has left McLaren? We need to be careful here. It's not just about what we have done, it's what we can do," said Steiner amid rumors that he contacted Ricciardo even before the summer break began just so he can offer him a seat for the 2023 season. Nevertheless, a couple of weeks passed and Steiner spoke yet again about the 2023 seat in Haas and who could sit there, and quite naturally, Ricciardo came as an option. Speaking for RTL, Steiner said that the Aussie would have given a call if he was interested, and given the fact that he hadn't, it seems like this relationship is bound to not happen at all. Speaking about the Aussie, Steiner said, in his situation, Daniel first has to decide for himself what he does. It makes little sense to persuade him to do something. He has to decide for himself. If he feels like it, he will certainly call, otherwise he will probably say, "I'll do a sabbatical or something else." On top of that, he spoke about the other 2 candidates that are very much related to the 2023 Haas seat, even though one of them is currently sitting in that seat. Steiner spoke about Schumacher and how big are the chances that he'll extend his deal with Haas, saying that the chances are 50-50 and that Haas aren't pressured like other teams when it comes to picking a driver for the next season. You put yourself under pressure and we don't need that. We only play against ourselves. We don't really have any time pressure. All the others have time pressure, but we don't. That's an advantage we don't take away from ourselves. As for Nico Hülkenberg, Steiner had nothing but praise for the German, who had a decent F1 career, but feels like has much left in his tank. As the Haas principal said, "A man like Nico brings experience. What can a driver do to make the team better and bring us to the top? How much risk do you want to take? With a young driver, you usually take more risks because you don't know how far he can go. You can't calculate that mathematically." Ricciardo also gave us an update on his future, as he said that everything is still open for the 2023 season and he doesn't want to take anything for granted. However, his head is currently in the place where there isn't a seat available for the 2023 season, adding, "When I say I don't know, I don't have a contract yet for next year. Could it still happen? It could. I guess I'm not getting too caught up in next year. Of course, I want to race. I want to be on the grid. I want to be competing. But I'm not the kind of seeing next year as all or nothing. Obviously, 2024 is something I want to be aware of and look at." So that's kind of where I'm like. If it means taking a step back to then take 2 steps forward, then that's what we're trying to figure out at the moment, me and my team. So that could be a year off. What do you think about Steiner's latest jab towards Ricciardo? Let us know in the comments below. Do you want to know what Horner had to say regarding Ricciardo's future? Click on the video that's popping on your screen right now.